So for these shadows, all we're gonna do is like first circular motions, and then we're gonna blend it down like this. Like, look, this is what I'm using right now. I'm literally not using Rare Beauty, which is what I had before, and this is just $7. They did a gorgeous collab, and they have blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. All of this effort that I'm putting in to move society forward, and then society is still pushing back towards me, you know? And I'm
like a lot of times in these studios, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Indoctrination.
Yes, you need to be a straight person. You need to have a wife. You need to have a White House with the picket fences.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Normal Vlogs. My name is Taekwon, you can call me Tay, and today I have Jonny on the go.
Period.
You might need to, get that recorded and
Yep.
okay? Today we're doing a pride look, a pride makeup look.
As you can see, we're looking gorgeous.
Just stunning. I have a full lash on, I have the full beat. Like, I've been spraying watermelon setting spray
everywhere
for the past hour and a half, 2 hours. But I'm feeling beautiful, I'm feeling stunning. And I'm so excited to show you this look today. Jonny, do you want to introduce yourself and let them know who you are? Where can they find you?
Definitely, of course. I'm Jonny on the go, as you heard. And you can find me all of social medias on Jonny on the go, at Jonny on the go. All of the channels, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all of them. I'm in all of them. So just find me at Jonny on the go, and you can find all of the information on how to be better at your makeup journey and also improve as a content creator. That's what we're doing here, having fun, creating content, and looking cute. Look at this look.
Listen.
And you did this for your first time?
I did this myself, y'all.
I'm so proud of you.
They taught me.
You are incredible, honestly. Like this face, this bead, look over there. No, look over here. No, look over there. No, look over here. Y'all see that? And that's it. This bead is incredible. Period. Now, if you want to get to see how we actually did this, step by step, how do we talk about all of this, all you gotta do is keep on watching.
Yes, so stay tuned. We're gonna hop right on into the video.
Whoop. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm a little nervous. Listen, there's a lot here. There's a lot to play with.
Yeah.
I've never done my own makeup ever. So I'm a little nervous, but I trust that you will guide me along the way.
Of course,
For the look. Are we gonna show them the look?
Oh, let's do a preview right here.
Inspiration. This is the
You're
inspiration.
gonna see it right here. This is what we're going for. We're gonna have our gorgeous editor included right here.
Yes. And the goal is like, they're gonna do a different version.
Yes, so we're gonna have fun, like I saw this look and I was like, this is gonna be something that a lot of people can recreate themselves, but also we're gonna show you two different ways. So you're gonna have like a very artistic editorial side and then a little bit more like structure side. I'm gonna kind of like cut the crease and do something different using the same colors, the same shades, literally same everything.
Okay.
So y'all can see like the same products, they work differently on different skins, but also you can create something different at home, being inspired by both of the looks that we're gonna create right here.
Yes, and this is for Pride Month. We are so excited to do this look for Pride Month.
Yes.
A little idea, something you can take with you if you want to try something that you've never done before.
Yep.
Or if you've never tried makeup like me and you want to try something different, follow along.
Yeah. We're also going to be doing some techniques as well and tips and tricks. So if you've never done makeup like Miss Tay right here, you're going to learn some things as well that are going to help you with your foundation, with your base, and just little things, little easy tips and tricks for everyday use. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do
Vamos.
this. I'm so
let's
excited.
start actually first correcting our skin. And there's some little details that we're going to be correcting just in order to have a flawless foundation. And these we're going to be using this color corrector palette from Kimchi Chic. She's the undercover hoe.
I'm like, ooh.
She's great, honestly.
I
like
love
she does the job. And,
Yeah.
and as you can see, she's like a cream palette. She includes all of the shades that we need to correct. We're actually gonna be using just a little bit of the orange.
Okay.
And let's take it with a small brush. So you can take one of these.
One of
Oh, okay.
these?
Yeah,
One of
actually
these
this
work?
one. Yeah.
This one? Okay. I got some brushes, y'all. Jonny then came through with everything that I needed.
We are ready here.
Awesome.
So just pick a little bit of these, and this is a cream product. So this is gonna be really easy for you to apply. And if you think about it like this, what we're gonna do right now.
Good?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
What we're gonna do right now. Yeah. Ooh, that shot. I need that shot later. What we're gonna do right now is just apply these in the areas that we see some kind of redness. So if you look at in the mirror, let me see right here. Perfect. So you can see that actually you see some of the redness around the eye area. I see a little bit around here on top of the brow.
Okay.
And then I would put just a tiny bit, look at the mirror. I would put maybe just a tiny bit right here, just to kind of cover areas where you see some,
Red.
yeah. some redness and some kind of like, we're gonna be covering all of this. And this is just a light concealer that we're gonna be applying on top of our areas that we are fixing.
Ah, okay. And typically you can apply this like around the nose, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I, for example, am gonna do it under the eye, so you can see that I'm literally just correcting the darkness around my eye area with that same shade that we are both using, that orange shade.
Okay.
And just little dabs like this, that's the easiest way to apply the product. So you can like kind of blend it at the same time that you're applying it. It's not doing much at the beginning, it's just looking orange right now. And you're probably scared. You're like, what are we doing?
No, I've watched enough Drag Race at this point to understand like a little bit of color correction.
Yes.
So yeah.
Perfect. It always helps.
I'm
Always helps.
open. Yeah.
For the daily kind of routine, I don't think that color corrector is really necessary on the daily basis. But if you want to look cute, why not?
You want to give a little bit more of a look. Okay, I feel you.
Just like cover a little bit extra. So then this is, if you think about it, we're kind of like putting a base before we put the concealer.
Okay.
So now your concealer is gonna sit on top of this, and it's gonna make that everything that we put, it's all the same color. So like now this and this is all the same color, you know?
Okay,
So
I see, I feel you.
it's just like, little tips and tricks here and there. Now, because we wanna do something gorgeous, contoury, blushy moment, like usually people go right after with their concealer, but today we're gonna go with our bronzer.
Oh, whoa.
And yeah, right here we have this gorgeous cream bronzer.
Okay.
One tip that I want you all to know at home is that cream products, they perform better on the skin because they mix with the emollients that you have on your actual skin. So if you think about it, your skin is producing oils throughout the day. So when you put cream products, they mix better with those oils and they actually make the makeup last longer. So if you use more cream versus powders, especially in areas that are, or places that are really hot like Miami, your makeup is gonna last longer. So today we're gonna go with this bronzer, and this is actually a really good brush for this. Let's go with this one.
Okay.
So this is a really cream bronzer, and all you gotta do is just pick it up from the base, and it looks like a lot, and you're gonna be like, oh my God. But again, we're under painting. So we're gonna start first, look over there. We're gonna start first taking that bronzer. I'm gonna apply it first on one side, and then you're gonna apply it on the other one. But we're gonna apply in the highest point of your temple, basically touching your ear area. And from here, we're gonna blend these down. So the idea with contour is that you're creating shadows. So for these shadows, all we're gonna do is like first circular motions, and then we're gonna blend it down like this.
Wow, it actually blends really nice.
Super nice.
Like
it's
it
super
did look
creamy.
Like a lot of product at first.
Yeah.
And now I'm like.
And you see, I'm dipping even more. I'm adding even more right now. So it's like you think that, oh my God, it's too much. But no, actually, it's super creamy. And because we're using only creams, this is really good. And it's blending with the other color corrector that we had before. I'm like, Miss Makeup Education, look at this. Bam.
Period.
That's good. And now let's continue doing the other side, and I'm gonna do the same on my face.
You're gonna use the same one, or?
Well, actually, yeah. Let me use the same. I'm just gonna take a little brush. Yeah, because this is a really gorgeous bronzer, and she's creamy.
Okay.
And I'm doing the same. So I'm applying, as you can see, from the top. Yeah.
Here.
A little circulito, and then bloop, bloop, bring it down. Just like a subtle choom. Oh, y'all see that? I just got a cheekbone.
Wow. Okay.
I just bought one. Let me get on the other more. And it's just so subtle because this is one of those products that I think everybody should play with cream bronzer because of how subtle it is. Like if you think about it, you're building up your cheek contour and you're not really like starting with a dark line, which is a lot of people make that mistake at the beginning.
Did I do this right?
Yes. I would add just a little bit more on top.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be scared. If you think that maybe it's blending too much, add more. I'm like, we need that glowy, warmy look, And look right here, I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit.
Do I look crazy? I love it.
Yes! I'm like, that's the point. Yes. If you do look crazy, we're getting there. We're getting there. Trust the process. Trust the process. I'm like, I'm just adding even more. And look, I'm blending this all the way up to my ear, like all the way up with my brow, so it's all contour up here.
I got it.
You see, and you can like kind of like, if you see it from the front, it's elevating my face a little bit. Yes, that's what we want. We want to elevate from within, Okay, now we're gonna add blush.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep it all in creams first, like I mentioned, because they mix better with your skin.
Okay.
First creams, and then if we set everything that we're doing with powders, that's gonna make it last for the whole day.
Okay.
So that's the trick. So we're gonna do a cream blush. Where is the cream blush? I actually brought this one right here because I think that you're gonna love this.
Okay.
You see this? It's green.
That's wrong.
Oh wait. Y'all see this? This is green. And this is a blush. This is the blush that we're gonna be using today. And one of the reasons I love this specific blush is because it's a pH activated blush. So it's green, and as soon as you apply it, it turns into a color that comes from your pH of your skin.
Get out of here.
So it's perfect for everyone. It's a kind of like a universal color. And as you can see, look, it's pink blush. Are y'all seeing that?
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna apply this blush, and one other secret that I love, it's like applying the blush really high up here, because it does the same effect, and it does that same lifting effect that we just did with the contour. Oh, you can see it turn pink in the camera. I love that.
It's pretty. Oh, it's nice. It's like a nice soft pink.
Yes, depending on your skin tone, because look, mine is very
Yeah,
like
yours is very
pink,
I
and
get
yours
like
is a little bit like
powder baby pink. Oh, it's pretty. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna apply the blush, and again, blush, we are doing first creams and then contours. I also brought you this other one. If you want a different blush shade, ooh, there we go. Bam. We have this other palette from Iconic as well, that this is a blush and shake palette. She's really good because again, she is all creams, and like, look, you can do these as your cheeks, and then you can also put it as your lips.
Oh.
So she does both of the jobs, you know. So
That's
do you
cool.
want one of these colors? Do you
Stick
want
with
that?
this one. I'm gonna try this one.
Perfect. Let's go with that one. So for blush, you want me to put it in one side and then you do the other one?
Go for it.
Vamos. I'm gonna show y'all the on-the-go application. This is the blush placement that I love, and honestly, like, I think it works with everyone. So instead of applying it, usually people say that they apply their blush here,
Okay.
in the apples of the cheek. Is that how they call it?
Yeah, I was like the apples of the cheek.
Right, in the culita of the cheek. Ooh. So I'm gonna actually apply it up here. So I'm applying this right next to the eye, and that's where I'm concentrating the most color, because this is gonna, again, elongate and elevate the face by itself. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit like that, and then with a stippling brush, which is a perfect brush for cream blush, I'm just gonna kind of blend this into your brow as well. So it gives you like a blushy moment, but at the same time, it gives like all up. You know, it's bringing
It, like,
all the
really
face
lengthens
up.
the face.
Yes. Let's see, bam, bam, bam. And this is just also helping you blend everything, and it looks so
It's really
natural.
pretty, yeah.
Like, girl.
Wow, it looks nice.
Yeah, I'm like, that blended so good. Apply some more on the other side.
I
Do
will.
the thing again.
Okay.
You do that. I'm actually gonna do the other. I wanna do a different shade, just like to give it a little bit darker color. I wanna go with this one right here. And this is the shade, what's her name? Oh. She doesn't have a name.
Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera. Per. So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna take it with my finger, and I'm gonna apply it in the same area up here. You see? Literally up here.
Oh.
Right next to my my eye, basically. And then with a brush, same thing. I'm just gonna start blending these sideways. So it kind of like blends into the brow mostly, and then a little bit into the cheek. But the blush concentration stays up here.
I see.
Let me see, let me see. Ooh, okay, okay. I see you blending. I see you, artist.
You know what I mean?
I
The
see
girls
you.
have been blending.
Oh, and this is one of those things, again, if you use a cream blush and a cream bronzer, those two products, you can easily use them to do a quick bead, and that's it. Like, you don't need that much. Hi, Barbie.
Are you excited for the new Barbie movie?
Oh my God, I can't wait. The fact that Nicki Minaj is collabing with Ice Spice to do a remix on Barbie Girl. Ah, come on Barbie, let's go party. Like, come on. So now we're gonna go with the third product, which is, at this point we can do either concealer, which right here.
Okay.
Concealer, or we can do foundation, depending on what you want. I am going to show y'all two different things. We're gonna do one. I'm dead. I need that clip by itself. Well, one of us is gonna be using the foundation, and I'm just gonna apply it in more areas, just because I shaved today, and I kind of want to cover all of these. But with the concealer, we're gonna just correct in the area. So if you look straight into the camera, you see that we already kind of like lifted your face. And if you look into the mirror as well, so you can see what I'm saying. We lifted your face a little bit, so now we're gonna apply the concealer in the areas that are not lifted or whatever we had, so the opposite. Okay. In your case, right now, because we apply colors and stuff right here, we're gonna apply concealer right here.
On the inside.
So yeah, let me apply it on one side just so I can show you where I think would be the best for you. And again, the less product we use is the better. So we're not gonna go like 2017 and do like a triangle like the girls would do.
No, girl.
I still do that sometimes, but anyway.
I want a soft beat today.
Soft beat, we're going for soft beat. So I'm gonna apply 2 dots in here, and then I'm gonna do 1 dot out in the eye, and then 1 dot right here. This area always like crease, so it's good to apply a little bit more down there. And let me see the other side. I think you're good.
I'm gonna balance
just repeat,
it out.
yeah repeat those same street steps in the other side. There you go.
So juicy.
And actually, I want to tell y'all about this brand right here. Now that you're applying that concealer, and I'm gonna apply their foundation. Tread Beauty. It's a brand that are focusing on creating products for people of color, specifically here in the U.S., and highlighting products that they were needed in the community, like concealer, foundation. These products are $7 on Target. Oh, wow. When usually a concealer is like 25 to 30 bucks, the cheapest, and this is comparable to like one of the best. Like, look, this is what I'm using right now. I'm literally not using Rare Beauty, which is what I had before, and this is just $7. $7 for this and $7 for this. Wow. Like, it's incredible. So I'm gonna do the same that you did. So consider, and you can actually start blending that with this. Just blend it, like tap it. Do tapping motions. Yes, like that.
Almost like just pressing it in.
Correct. Yeah, perfect. There you go.
Does it matter how high I go with it?
That one, no, you're good. You're good up there. Like, don't go higher than that.
And do I go down with it at all?
Yes. Or? Yeah, with that, yes. Bring it down. So Tread Beauty, y'all, if you all want to check it out, we're gonna be leaving a link of Tread Beauty so you can check it out with a specific discount code for y'all to enjoy it, because it's cheap, but I'm giving you even a better deal with it. Just click the link down below so you can try it out.
Period. Like this?
Period, yes.
Okay.
Blend this a little bit more right here, and you can blend it with a sponge if you want as well. Just dab it, like press the sponge as well.
Okay.
And then I'll get... On the meantime, I'm gonna do the same things. I'm just applying extra foundation in the bottom, just because I do wanna have like a little bit of coverage around my ear area. So right now we're just blending, we're stamping, and as you can see, the best tip for y'all is to blend and like apply pressure to that same area. This is what people say that we're beating the face. It's literally because we're like pressing, and sometimes you press too hard and you're like,
you beat it up, honey.
Let me beat your face, you know?
Yes.
Hold up. You see why we need the fan?
Fans always, honey.
Okay. Wait, ooh. I was like, wait, what is this?
Let me stop.
Is that what it says?
No, it's just it's like demons on there.
I was like, damn.
And right now I'm like so anti-Christianity.
Oh my god, same. Why though? Like, why do we keep talking about Christianity? Like, why?
I mean,
why do they keep trying?
We're gonna hop into that in a little bit too. I want to ask you a few questions.
Vamos.
But what's the next step?
Yeah.
What's the next step?
Okay, I think right now, as you can see, we underpainted. Like, we are ready now to start our eyes. So if you think about it, we have everything wet and creamy. Just how I like it. I mean, wet and cream products. That's what we have right now in the face. So we're gonna be setting all of that with the same steps that we did. So we're gonna do our concealer, we're gonna do our bronzer, and we're gonna do our blush. Okay. All again, now with powders. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Vamos. So actually, I brought you a really good palette that I love. This is the Transition palette from Kristen Dominique.
Okay.
You have your own over there. She's really good because she works really good for the eyes. Yes. Y'all, look at these eyeshadows. This is an eyeshadow palette, by the way. But just so you know, this is a good trick about this is that because the pans are very big, you can also use them for your face. So we're gonna be using some of these shades to contour and to highlight our under eyes as well.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Oh yeah. So take a fluffy brush.
Okay, like so?
Oh yeah, actually that's even better because it's contour, it's angle. So an angle brush, it helps you with the contour as well, specifically when you're chiseling your cheekbones. Yes. So we're gonna start with an angle brush and we're gonna take a contour shade. In this case, I would start just to like, and take a little bit because this is pigmented. She's pigmented, y'all. I would take a little bit of this shade right here, which is toffee.
Okay.
Just to start, just to see if it's too pigmented on your skin, if it's too dark, or if it's too light, we just go with something darker. You know, like that could also be.
Like, is this enough on my brush?
Yes, actually that's too much. So when you have too much, just there you go. And then we're gonna start these at the same place that we started our contour.
Okay.
I know that it's a little bit scary, but now we're basically setting, and if you think about it, you deleted part of your contour, so now we're gonna bring that contour back into the skin.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start again, application with the biggest or the most placement of color in the top, and then I blend this down.
Okay. So.
You can repeat the same. And it's slowly just bringing in that contour that I had in the past. Let me see you. Yes.
I got that whip on.
Yes, you said swipe.
Okay.
Let me see. Ooh. So this is where you see the contour come out, like really, because you see we already underpainted and now we really just see that chiseled cheek come out, gorge. You know, if I wanted to do, which I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna take the shade Shy. It's just a darker contour again, and these I'm gonna apply it in my cheek. So these whoop, I don't see anything. There we go. So I'm gonna do the darker shade right here and then blend this down. And this is just giving me that gorgeous chiselness that we wanted, you know? You see that?
She better eat.
You see that?
That.
Doctor on the go here, chiseling lines.
Oh my god.
Like ta 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 ta.
Doctor on the go.
Suddenly I got a jawline.
I love.
When you're ready with that, we
right.
can start with the blush.
Let's do it.
Vamos. Let's blush. So again, same thing. We blush with the creams. Now we're gonna blush with the powders. And for the powders, I actually brought this palette, which is Kimchi Chic and Plastic Tiara. They did a gorgeous collab, and they have blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, only one palette. And I thought, I mean, hello.
Wow,
Look
they're
at her.
really beautiful.
Right? And there's two like different people, and I was like, wait, a collab for a collab?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's
I love
so
it.
meta.
And the emojis.
Right?
Collab for collab. It's so meta.
Right, I know.
It's so meta.
It is meta. Don't post it on meta.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But now, which one do you want to do? We can do either of the blushes. I think this will look really good.
I was gonna say, I think I want to go with that
Go
one.
for that one.
Same brush.
Actually, yes. Let's do
Okay.
the same brush, just so it blends everything together. And again, remember, we're applying it to the top, and then we're blending to the bottom.
Okay.
I think that's
my
that
God.
one.
Alon, you gotta do this next time.
Period.
So this one is brows into the cheek.
Yes, like a circular, like all around together, like doo 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 doo. Ooh, stunning! Wait a minute anymore. This is the effect that blush has on me. So I'm gonna actually show y'all a little trick. We're putting just one shade of blush, and I'm gonna put it all over the eye as well, so it blends with my eye look. My turban is gonna end different colors at the end of this video.
Yeah, it's
but...
gonna be a rainbow in its damn self.
Right. But look at this chiselness that I can get in here, like girly.
That's pretty.
This blush is blushing. And now I'm gonna take the other side of the same brush and just take a pinkier tone, just to get a secondary look, you know, because why not? We're crazy. We're going there. That's a lot, actually. And this I'm gonna apply it just in the lower part, so it gives me like a You see that? Stop it right there. That ombre moment. It's like goes from pink to orange up here. Obsessed. It's subtle. Not
I
really.
feel like a geisha.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
The memoirs of a geisha.
Yes. Let me see you. Ooh. Oh.
Did I do it right?
You did it correct. Correct. Now let's do a little bit of under eye setting. I think you're doing really good. I think you need like just to highlight and make sure that this doesn't crease. So maybe use one of these shades right here. And then let me see my face. How am I looking?
I'm gonna go with this one.
Yes. I need more blush. Now, let me see. How are you feeling with the look? Do you want it to be more bronzy? Do you want it more blushy?
I'm loving where it's at right now. This feels good.
We're getting there because
Yeah.
this is just the face. We're now about to do the eyes. Wink, wink.
Okay. Bring, 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 bring.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Is this
Good?
right?
I think we're good. This is the moment that we're gonna be creative. This is the moment that we are gonna have fun with the eyeshadows. And again, this is the moment that you can either amp it up and do everything that we're gonna do with all of the colors, or just like do a little lighter and go out. Because your face already looks really sculpted and beautiful. And like, all you can do literally, it's like do a lip and also go out like this.
Yeah.
Like the reality is like you can close it right here, put mascara, lip, and we're good. But now we're gonna do the colorful part. We have a lot of colors, eyeshadows right here. I think we should show them. Let's show them these. First one, Tres Luce Beauty, which I honestly am obsessed with. This is the brand by Becky G. And I love this eyeshadow palette. I helped them in the product development. And this shade right here that we're gonna be using, Divina, she is so divina. Like, look at that. She's gorgeous. Divina.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. So we're gonna be using her and also other eyeshadow palettes like this one from Luna Magic. These are really pigmented and they have the punch of color that we need.
Beautiful.
And then this last one from Nikki Tutorials, which we
I
love
love
Nikki.
Nikki tutorials. Listen, I don't watch a lot of makeup tutorials, but Nikki is one of the girls.
Yeah.
So I really do enjoy her. She does really beautiful looks, and I like that she's always like, she'll see an artist doing something and she'll say, I love that, call them out, like give them their credit.
Exposure,
and then
yes.
she puts her flavor on it. So I think that's so beautiful, especially with her platform that she has.
And she's somebody who like not only has taught me and many other people makeup, but like not just makeup, but also how to be yourself in front of the camera, in front of the like public, you know, like she really is authentically herself all the time. And like she has produced content that showcase that as well. You know?
Yeah.
I love her. Nikki.
Come on, Nikki.
Okay, so the look, where is the phone? The look that we're going for today, as you saw in the image, it's a rainbow look, you know, right here. And we have this yellow, matte yellow eyeshadow right here, which is called BLA?
Vla.
Blah.
Vla.
Blah. There we go. So we're gonna take that one with a small brush.
Okay.
Small kind of like, not too dense brush. And the good thing about these eyeshadows, and the good thing that we did our face first, is that we have some creams up here. So eyeshadows and powders, if you think about it, they stick to oils. So that's why we're doing oils and creams first and then powder, so it sticks better to the face. Now, our eyelids, they have like a cream base to it, so now it's gonna be easier for the powders to stick to it. Yes. Ooh, that's the one.
Golly.
So we're gonna dab it just so we don't get that excess, because the excess usually it's what people call the fallout. Yes. And then with the concentration of the product that we have in the brush, we're gonna start stamping it in the inner corner. And look at that. That was so easy because what I said, you know.
I kicked all of it off, girl. I stamped it all the way off, okay?
I love how mine is like super pigmented and yours is like, what happened?
Yeah,
there?
girl.
You're like, wait a second. Let me see. You need help? You're good.
We're getting
Yes. Just keep applying a little bit more. Stamp it in there. Stamp it in the inner corner. And these shadows are easy to blend. Honestly, like we don't have to do much. You know, we just have to look cute. Tell me, have you ever been like interested in like makeup in the past? Like, I know this is your first time, but like, have you seen makeup tutorials or like?
I haven't really like been interested in the way that I would want to learn, you know. But watching RuPaul's Drag Race, I do find it to be so interesting, this like science and art behind beating a face.
Yeah.
And I've seen people online really take, faces from 0 to 100, and it's all makeup, It's really an art at the end of the day when I think about it. What about you? What got you into doing this?
Funny that you mentioned, but also RuPaul as well. Like for me, RuPaul Drag Race was really the avenue of learning about like makeup and then self-expression through it. I learned a lot about makeup because I was working in like the fashion industry before, and I only saw it as like, I think to enhance your face and enhance like the client or like the business side of it.
Right.
But then with RuPaul Drag Race, I started to see like how people were really being themselves through the power of transformation, and really just like putting makeup on was the way that they showcased who they were, you know?
Right.
So I was like, wait, if they can do it,
You
can
can
I
do
do
it.
it? No, like fully. And that's, I started to like buy like CVS makeup, and like, I was just like, let me put foundation, let me put lashes, let me see.
Yeah, just go all the way.
Yeah, it wasn't cute at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like everybody's not cute in the beginning. It really is like learning how to draw within the lines sometimes as a kid with crayons, you know? Like,
cut to them in their finished look at the first time, full on glam, lashes. First time, you know, this is the beginning.
you know what? But nowadays, yo, the younger generation,
Yeah.
they're not playing. They're not playing. They come in first, like maybe second or third time doing makeup. It's full on.
It's really out there.
Yeah, they're really giving the give. So I respect it. I appreciate it. I look at it as an art form, and I think it's something that we all should be able to do and have fun with, and like it shouldn't be taken so seriously. Especially with like, I think about now with like the anti-trans laws, the anti-LGBTQ laws, the
There's a
gender
lot.
confusion that's happening amongst the Republican side of things, or just in this country when it comes to people who are a little bit more closed-minded. They see a guy doing this or a boy wanting to do this, and it's like the end of the world for them. And I'm like, it's
too much,
literally
and I'm
just
like, no.
playing like makeup. It's playful. So,
And if you think about it, like there's so many other things that society really allows us to do in those terms of like, oh, the boys are having fun. So it is fun when the boys are like throwing balls and doing other stuff outside, but like why you cannot assume that the boys could also have fun playing with makeup inside, or like the same gender roles that we always put on the girls, like, oh, the girls are playing with with their toys, and I'm like, do they only want to do that?
yeah.
You know?
You identify as trans, correct?
I do, yes. I am trans, non-binary. I've been on my trans journey for the past 6 years now.
Wow.
Yes.
And how's that been? Like,
honestly, it's been a roller coaster. That's the easiest way to say it. Because some days it's like really great, and sometimes it's depending on the months and depending on the weeks. Sometimes I feel very happy and secure in myself, and sometimes trans laws are passed in the state that I'm living, and like I feel like all of this effort that I'm putting in to move society forward, and then society is still pushing back towards me, you know, and I'm like, kind of like in a rush always to get ahead, but always being pushed back.
Like the goalpost or the finish line just keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah, it feels like that, and I'm like, God damn, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But we gotta keep pushing through.
We do. I bet, you know what's so funny is I'm seeing, you saw the whole Target debacle.
Oh my God, yes. I was wearing Target until yesterday, and I was like, I was about to wear it today, and I was like,
Yeah.
It's sad because you think like corporations are like what, like they're showing you a way of like, oh, we support you and we love you and all of this, but then when what really comes down to them, it's like the money, and like when they don't see the money translate to it, they pull out the plug, and then they pull the support, and it's like, where is the support? Is the support only when I'm giving you my money? Like,
wait, you're starting a new...
Oh. Like you're like, wait, what's that?
Like, hold on. I'm noticing that I'm putting it on the brush, and it's not really getting in there. Is it getting in there? Yeah, it's getting in there.
It's getting, no, a little bit, but I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying. Okay, so if that happens, a little tip would be just apply a little bit of concealer. Like literally, I'm gonna dab one dot right there, and I'm also gonna dot one dot in here. Blend it out with a fluffy brush. Yeah, where is that? Just like on top, dab. Yeah. And then while it's wet, we're gonna apply the shadow on top of it. So again, same formula that I was saying before, you know, cream products on top of powders, and then the powder is gonna stick better to it. So this is the perfect test to it.
Okay, so yeah, so they're saying that we're grooming children. Here's my biggest thing about this. The amount of sexual assault cases that happen in a church.
Girl.
I don't see anybody up in arms passing legislation to tax these churches, stop these churches. Like, what in the actual fuck?
And not just legislation. I feel like society in general has this like idea of like church is good for the kids, and I'm like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's not.
Like, because I haven't seen one case of a drag queen having something or doing something like weird.
Remotely.
Exactly. And like, and then how many cases have we seen of like priests and like people in the church and like all of it? I'm like, nah. The proof is out there. Like, we've seen it. They even tried to hide it. You know, like, that's the point. Like, I'm like, why can we not understand that this is a problem?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, there it is.
do you see the difference?
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just coming in. Ooh, I
Yeah.
have a hard time getting it right there and there. Yeah, so I'm finding it to be so backwards lately, and it's really disheartening because, like you said, we're like, we exist in this world, and it's already hard enough sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with just ignorance, people who just don't even want to educate themselves on.
Come on. But I think we're looking good. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling the fantasy.
I think the next color that we should start getting into, on one side it's gonna be like a purple, and then the other one is green and blue.
Yeah, this side I'm gonna do green and blue.
Yes.
And then this side is gonna
Which
be...
we have green and blue, and we also have a darker green right here. But I wanted to ask you, how is your family? Like, are they supportive with you and you're coming out? Like,
I came out at 16 as bisexual to kind
Okay.
of ease the blow.
Okay.
You know, I was like, I still like coochie, don't worry. And my parents kind of pushed me back in the closet from that point. They were like, it's a phase. And you know, my parents, they really didn't know how to deal with it. God bless them, even though I don't believe in God. And
someone bless them.
somebody bless. Yeah, bless them. Period.
They're blessed.
They're
How about
blessed.
that? I'm the same way though, by the way. I also don't believe in
Yeah.
God in that same way that people push it too much on
I have
me.
spirituality, but I'm just like not in the space of where Christianity and evangelicals have kind of taken it. But or this man in the sky judging me, like, girl, please.
A
Have you not seen
man?
the universe.
Ew.
The last thing you worry about is
And
me.
a man judging
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was like. If God's anything, God truly is a woman, in my opinion.
Fully,
Like,
girl.
Women give birth to life.
Exactly.
Like,
No, literally.
why would you think a man is responsible for that shit?
Girl, I don't even want to be one.
Bitch, I'm non-binary too. I don't associate.
No, thank you.
I don't associate. It's just a bit. I'm like, in 2023, you want to be a man?
In this economy?
In this
a
economy?
man?
A man.
No, girl,
That's
thank
a
you.
choice, honey.
Thank you.
Passing
on that one.
But so yeah, I tried to come out at a young age, and wow, this is a lot harder than I thought. But I think it's coming. It's
The
getting
what?
there.
The under eye?
Yeah.
Are you getting too much?
No.
So if you get too much fallout, don't worry about it, because we can still go again later. We concealer and clean it up.
You're right.
So make sure you finish the eye completely, and then we'll clean the bottom out.
Figure it out. Okay. So yeah, I tried coming out, and at 18, I was like, I'm kicking the door down. I was very much the person that was hiding a lot in school. I was very, I was more focused on hiding than actually my schoolwork, which also makes me like, when I think about these young queer kids and they can't discuss, you know,
Gender
or
and
gender or
identity.
sexuality or identity. Like, we know from a very young age, you know, and
Yeah.
I grew up in a very heterosexual world. Heterosexuality was pushed on me.
Yeah.
And I still came out queer as fuck. You know? So
and
if
I
you
feel
think that a book or some clothes are gonna turn your child gay, it's just not the case.
It wasn't Lady Gaga.
I'm telling you.
It was Dick.
Yeah.
That
Period. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, we haven't seen this many, why are there so many queer people now? And it's like, because we're in a time and space where we're more safe to come out and share who we are. Where
A
before
little
it
bit.
just wasn't accepted.
Yeah. If you think about it, also, like, media has evolved a lot, and like we now see a lot of representation of queer people online. Like, honestly, like, if it wasn't because of me growing up admiring people online, and like I have to be honest, like I'm kind of fangirling being here with you, both of you.
Stop.
Because you were some of the people that I also was looking up to, like when I was just starting my social media career. And if it wasn't because of me looking at other people online, seeing them shine for their own line, I wouldn't have been inspired to do the same for myself.
I feel you.
And like you were also
thank
the
you.
people that were doing that for me, and like other queer people as well that I saw online, and I was like, if they can do it, like if they're doing it, why can't I? You know, like why couldn't I pick up a brush and learn how to do makeup? Like I never took a makeup class, and I'm still looking sort of cute with it, you know. So we're getting there.
We're getting there. I love it.
Yeah, get some green, and I would do green, kind of like place it in one area, and because it's a dark color, it's harder to blend. So place it first, don't blend it yet. Okay. You see, I still have some fallout down here. I'm gonna clean all of that later. I'm like not worrying about the fallout at this moment. And then I'm going with the blue in a smaller brush.
Yeah, thank you for that reflection. I'm such a supporter of anybody who can pick up the camera and just create content in today's day and age. Because a lot of us are, I feel at our core, creatives.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of us have gotten stuck at the 9 to 5s.
That hurt me.
Listen, we've all been there. Ooh, we've all been
I'm
there.
gonna cry on that one.
I feel so good about this green now, like doing this. This is very
It's getting there, right?
Holy shit. She's pigmented.
I'm like, I think I messed up mine, but we're getting there.
We're getting there.
It's literally funny because like yours is so pigmented and mine is like
different?
Yeah, we're doing different things. So like I'm doing red, orange, yellow, like into the space,
rainbow,
and then blue, purple. It's gonna go like into pink here.
Yeah.
This will be
so
it's
like
gonna
pink,
be like yellow,
orange,
into
purple,
the,
and then like yeah.
For all the girls.
He's like, wait,
you didn't see the example here?
We're showing you the photo.
God.
Can you see?
Yeah, this is the look.
Okay.
So yeah, my family is very supportive. My dad was like really, he's in the military, Navy, and
nice.
So I grew up around a very like, he had always had a hard exterior in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now he's the softest, like, I just love him so much. That. Yeah, I really do.
That's gonna make me cry right now.
I want to be more like as I get older. Because he's just so level-headed. He wants to have healthy conversations. He wants to dive into philosophy. And, like, he's very interested in making sure that I'm just happy with my life.
Aww.
So yeah, I'm very grateful for that. My brother's super supportive. My mom is super supportive.
I love that.
I just started therapy last week.
Oh, period.
Yeah, which has been like, my main focus is my family. I think as queer kids, we just grow up with childhood trauma anyway.
Oh, for sure.
But then being in like, children of immigrants though.
Even more, girl.
Yeah, trying to survive in the States.
There's actually a really good book that I'm gonna recommend to anyone who is queer and that they're going through therapy and going through like living the life of a queer individual here in the US. If you think about it, like, especially in America, they really have this idea of like separating roles into gender and really pushing gender roles into people. So like growing up with the idea your whole life, they've been telling you like
indoctrination.
Yes, you need to be a straight person, you need to have a wife, you need to have a White House with a picket fence thingy and children and a dog and a cat and like a Bobo when you're 35. This bullshit. You know, like bullshit, honestly. And like, sorry, I don't know if we can swear, but anyway.
No, we can.
This
is a very open channel.
But just so you know, like I think that it's like, there's a deeper rage and like a deeper like, sorry, hold on, I'm forgetting the word right now. No. Shame. There's a deep shame in being queer individual and growing up after learning for many, many years that you've been like taught to think away. When you're starting to live the way that you want to live, there's an inner shame that you have to overcome. Yeah. And like as queer people, we all have that shame inside of us. Like
it takes time.
We all, yeah. And I see people, they like don't understand the shame that it's inside of them. And I'm like, really, you're talking from a space of like still hatred towards the queer community, and it's like internal hate that they have, you know, like
and
that they don't know how to process that still.
You're talking about like heterosexuals?
No, queer people.
Oh, queer
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, yeah. The self-hate within the queer community is already enough to deal with, and then we also have to deal with the outside stuff too. But like, you're absolutely right. There's even the mask for mask nonsense.
girl.
Like, girl, I started when I was in my hoe phase, and I would see that. I'm like instant.
You're
turn
not
off.
in your whole face?
Not no more. Not no more.
She's a good girl.
But I support a hoe phase.
Like,
I really do. I think a hoe phase is essential. to
undercover
people.
hoe.
Listen. I think a hoe phase.
I brought that palette by accident.
A hoe phase is important because I feel like you need to learn what you like in the bedroom.
Oh, for sure.
You know, you have to taste many.
And how to do it.
That part. You have to taste all the flavors of the rainbow sometimes.
I'm still tasting the rainbow.
You should. Because also I feel like it brings you to a place of like, you know what? I've had some really great sex. I've had some in-between sex. I've had some bad sex. And now I know what kind of sex I like.
Yes.
And you also like...
You know your body more.
You know your body more.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's important. So
I
I support a
agree
hoe
with that.
phase. I think it's part of a healthy sex life.
I'm like, if you're going through your whole phase right now, leave a comment down below.
Period.
Leave the word.
I'm a hoe down below.
That's a good one. I was like, what other word can we say but that word?
Don't you know I'm a hoe down below? Ooh, don't you know I'm a hoe down below? Hey, don't you know I'm a hoe down below? Hey, that, hey. I look absolutely crazy saying that too.
We're getting there. Trust the process.
I'm looking like a damn clown up in
I'm like,
here.
how are we looking here? Oh, this is looking cute.
What about you? What's your like situation like with your family right now?
I hate them. No, I'm kidding. I'm like straight to the camera right now.
Right, I hate them.
Mama. No. To be honest, I love them. They actually love me too. My situation with them, it was kind of difficult at the beginning. It was very difficult for my mom to really understand me coming out as queer and then me coming out as a makeup artist, me coming out as trans. It's been many coming outs, you know. So
Right.
I think she has gone through many processes herself, and like it has taken her a long time, to be honest. And even recently, there's been moments that I'm like, you shouldn't be saying that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you sure you want to ask me that
Yeah.
in front of my friends? I'm like, not right now, please.
She's like, so which one of them are you in the...
Exactly, and I'm like, all of them, but you don't have to know. Mama. But no, they got into the point that now, for example, I do her makeup. So yesterday, she had a wedding, and she wanted me to do her makeup, but I wasn't able to drive over there, so I just like FaceTime her, and she did her makeup all through FaceTime.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of her.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she looked good, and she was going for a wedding, and I just like guide her through the whole thing, you know, like, and in the past I've done her makeup for events and other stuff, and now we have gotten to the point that before I was removing my makeup to get into her house, and now I'm bringing her makeup and like painting.
Wow, that's cool.
It's a cute moment.
That's a journey.
It definitely took us a lot, and it took us time that where she wasn't even speaking to me and like
Yeah.
being all shady and all that.
Ooh,
but
not being shady.
you know, she's Venezuelan.
Oh. I mean, I feel like that is the journey of most queer people, right? It's
Yeah.
like we start out hiding most of ourselves from our parents when in actual reality, like who we are to our family and our like who we are to ourselves and how we show up with our family is actually the healing that our family needs sometimes. Yes. You know?
When you
that make
say that
sense?
again, say
Who
that
we
again.
are to ourselves and how we show up in the family is really healing to the family.
To the family.
Yes.
Yes. 3 cameras.
You can't like the more we hide from our family, it's actually taking away from the essential healing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like me being who I am has helped my dad soften.
Yes.
You know?
1000%. Same with my dad. I see it the same. My dad was also from the Navy, and you saw him at yoga. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
fully different person than who he was a couple of years ago. And
Right.
like now he's a better, I think, I wouldn't say like a better human being, but I'm gonna say like
more
a better version of himself.
There you go.
You know, like a
That
better
growth is there.
a version of himself where he's more accepting of people and more understanding of everyone else without the judgment that maybe he had in the past because of society. You know?
Right. Yeah, and I think that it takes time for them to understand that they didn't lose their child. Like we're still
They got a better
here.
version.
Yeah, you get a better version.
Improve, actually.
And we're so far outside of the norm.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like we don't function in the same way, space.
Get a little bit of this space.
Yeah. I just feel like we were very healing to our families, and I really feel like that shit is, you know, our mothers
Powerful.
know,
Oh,
our mothers
yeah.
know
Yeah.
when we're in the womb what the family needs, and whether the body knows, you know, our mother's bodies know.
Oh, yes. Call it out.
Yes, and we come out this way, bitch.
Because it's what our family needed.
Our
You needed
families
somebody to
need
tell you,
us.
hey, mama, blend out contour a little bit.
Yeah,
Tia, come on, stop putting so much blush up there. You know?
right. I've seen
Blend it more.
even like I've even heard like in the indigenous tribes, you know,
Oh, yeah.
the queer children were like the healers in the family.
In Venezuela, we in English they call them two-spirit, but there's a small population of people in Venezuela, caicas, that it's basically just like people that are like non-gender, and like I have heard of many different ways that these kind of people are called in different countries, you know,
Yeah.
like, and it's like you have seen it come naturally and be represented in society, and also not in a negative way, you know. So like, why
Yes.
do we have so much hate around
But
it?
that's Western colonization. That's colonization, period. And the more
Say
we
it for
can,
the people in the
you
back.
know, decolonize our minds, the more we can just see each other
As
you know,
people,
as
like,
people.
for who
We're
we
not
are.
supposed to be in these fucking boxes that, you know, essentially the white man created.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna say it, bro.
please.
So
I get it. I'm like,
you know.
we've been trying to be decolonized, you know, like, and I think honestly, like, part of my self-training, it's also going through the process of talking about this, you know, like, I think not too many people really understand where we are coming from, and like our POV of like being queer and being in the US, which is not really the best place right now for queer people, you know? So
No.
it's like, we really understand the intersectionality of like growing up as queer, but also fighting and being queer every day in the present moment, you know?
Yes.
How are we doing over
I'm
there?
feeling so good about
Yes! Oh, I love that!
Is it giving the give?
Yes, and I love that you put the glitters on the outside.
Yeah, I figured I was like, let me honor the glitter on the outside.
you an
and
artist?
then- I think
Okay,
so.
okay,
Am I an artist? Should I start the channel, y'all? All
I
right.
see you. Normal makeup on the go.
Normal makeup on the go. Hello.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right, so eyes are done.
Yes.
We just wrapped up the eyes. And
We're doing like a simple moment. What we're gonna do right now is just finish the eye with adding liner and basically the black shadow, which is what we're gonna do to connect the eye. So, are you ready? I know this is a little bit scary. We're
I'm a
gonna
little
get
scared. Anything
closer
like with
to
the
the eye.
eye, I'm like, ugh. But I'm gonna get this.
We
Let's
got
do it.
this.
Let's do it.
Just go slow and steady
Okay.
and swah.
Maybe it's just too
There you
small.
go.
There it is. There it goes. All right, so I'm using this, girl, the ghetto. I'm using this one to get into the eye.
You had to. If you didn't do that, you're not a makeup influencer.
Okay.
You had to do the thingy. And this is a little bit scary, so just take your time, go slow, you know, like.
Tell me about content creation. Like, what made you want to like really take off with this?
Yeah. Well, I honestly, when I first started, I was very into fashion. I was a blogger back in the day. I was just like writing literally articles about fashion, and like I would see Polo Ralph Lauren did a collection about blue shirts in 2008, and I remember I wrote an article about it, and I was like, let me write a whole thing and be like a journalist. I wanted to be like a fashion journalist, you know?
Wow.
And back in the day, it was a very well like connected gig. If you think about it, like people who were just starting in social media blogging, they were starting to get a lot of traction in like Vogue magazine. I would see the Fashion Blonde and like a bunch of like very old school like fashion bloggers, and they were starting to get recognition. So I was like, ooh, this is like not just like an internet thing anymore.
Right.
They're starting to get invited to events. They're starting to get like PR from big brands, and I was like, okay, they're getting it. Let me see what I can get, you know?
Right.
And the reality is like I wanted to come up and the main force of me starting to create content was because I really didn't see anybody my size who was doing kind of like fashion videos and fashion content. Everyone who I saw fashion, it was like skinny, gorgeous, beautiful, like chisel abs, you know, and I don't have any of them.
Yeah.
And it was like more of like I realized that if either I create the content for other people to see that, because I haven't seen that anybody else created, you know? So it was like a call to action for myself to like, I need to get on my shit and like, I need to be the person who's starting to create content for people like me.
Right.
So I started all of the like big and broad fashion and like my whole brand, it was all about like being a plus size creator.
Yes.
In the past.
We need that representation.
Yeah.
It's important.
I think it's very important, especially like now it's like I think it's more included in like fashion communities and it's more normal. But back in the day, it was very like.
And back in the day, it was just like 5 years ago.
Wow, that's sad. That's honestly sad. I'm like, wait a minute, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, we saw the
Or
transition
like 6.
happen.
Yeah, like. I was the first modeling campaign for ASOS when they first launched their plus and tall line.
Really?
Yeah, and like they flew me to New York and it was a big deal and it was like a huge photo shoot for them. And now that I think about it, this was like 2017, 2016, you know, like, I don't know. It's kind of funny and interesting for me, especially seeing it as a perspective of like, I don't identify as a man now and like, before all of my content was like men's plus size blogger, you know, like
Wow.
and growing from that and like seeing it like the effect that has in now in my content that like I don't see shape of like beauty the same way as what was taught to me before, you know, like
I would love for you to actually dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like I don't really see myself as a man anymore.
Yeah.
Like what is that have been like for you? Like, and I know a lot of people out there who are confused about it. They may be like, what do you mean you don't see yourself as a man? Like when did all of a sudden you wake up one day and this changed? Like what?
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I don't need this dick anymore. I'm kidding.
Because I feel like that's what some people think. Some
No.
people think like you wake up one day and you're just like, I'm ready to like change.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it wasn't just like a daily thing. It wasn't like I woke up one day and I was like, okay, here I am. It was more of like realizing that I don't feel comfortable appealing to everything that society has put into pressure that like a man has to be.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to do any of those things. And reality is like, I don't want to have a wife. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have like the simple pressure and rules that like society puts into like, oh, I need to open the door for you because you're a lady and I'm a man. I'm like, no. How about I'm just polite and I open the door for everybody? How about I'm just kind and I love everybody differently? How about I'm just myself?
Yeah.
And I love people for who they are, not for what they're giving to me or like what they're, you know, showing to me or anything like that.
I understand.
Excuse me? This liner?
Am I getting it right?
Very right. I'm like, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm feeling like I'm
I was
getting
so
it
into
right.
my story and then I saw it and I'm like, okay, Miss Makeup Artist in here. I'm like, hello. And I'm like, all messed up here. I'm like, wait, let me get there.
That's so interesting. You're just like, so you just don't want to sign up to societal's
No.
like, standards or expectations to how you should show up in the world. But
Yeah.
you also feel like you identify more with like women's like roles and like you want the door to be opened up for you. You like.
Sometimes, and that's why I think like for me, the more gender fluid identity, it fits the most to me.
I feel
because
you.
I feel like I'm like, I don't want to be also look as, like some people sometimes when I tell them like I'm trans, they think like, oh, so you are a man who wants to become a woman. You know, that's the first idea that comes to their head and like, that's not really who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to be full, like, or present like a woman or like in that energy all the time.
Right.
Because that's not really who I am, you know? Like, I'm somebody who are more happy in the middle.
Yeah.
And I feel that, honestly, if it wasn't because of makeup and the representation that I've seen of other people, I have met other people who are also just in the middle like that, you know? Like that they live their life feeling very masculine one day, feeling very feminine one day, and feeling neither the next day.
Right.
And I want to live like that, you know?
Yeah, I relate to you with that. I remember when I first figured out what non-binary was, and I was like, light bulb.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
oh, I was like, that makes sense to me. I've never felt comfortable with the ideas of what a man should be, or even tying myself to that. I also am not to the farthest side where I want to wear
Yep.
dresses or I want
Exactly.
to show up in the world. Like, presenting as a woman, but I do feel very much that there's a duality happening inside of me, and I want to honor both of those things. And I don't feel like I should put a label on it or put myself in a box. I'm both, and I'm neither at the same time. I think Steven Universe said it best. I'm an experience.
Yes.
You know, like that really.
Once you see it like that, you realize not just you, but like everybody experience, and like you see everyone for for their full experience or for their full potential. You know, like including haters. And I've gotta say this because like I see the potential of my family sometimes, and how my grandma, for example, like it's somebody who still up to this day doesn't accept me and doesn't love me for who I am, but she still loves some ways of who I am.
I see.
And I'm like, okay, I see you. You do your thing over there, and I'm doing my thing over here. You know, like, and it's part of accepting who we all are for who we are. Like, we see the essence of everyone, and some people are just not gonna get it. You know.
Yeah.
This lighter, it's doing it.
Is she giving it?
Yeah. What happened here? I'm like,
let me see the
let me help you.
let me see the
Oh, the makeup.
yeah, I want to see it because I feel like it's drawn out.
Yes.
So what is that about?
What we're gonna do is like, don't worry about it yet, because after we're done, we're gonna clean it up with concealer again, and that's when we're gonna snatch it.
So just really
do the sharp line, do the thing. Don't worry, don't pull it with a finger yet. You know, you're good.
Okay.
Let me just see this.
What was I covering up? What was I using the concealer to cover up with?
You were gonna add more color, no? Or I think you're good. I think you're good now to do the concealer under the eye, like
Okay.
Yeah. So now I know that y'all have a business online, which I'm honestly obsessed with because you publish workouts. And is there something else coming soon? What's happening there? Tell me all the tea about that.
So Alana and I have a content creation business called Yoke, and we work with yogis, wellness brands, and yoga studios to give them like content that they can work with throughout the year for marketing reasons, for anything that they would need.
Got it.
But we also started doing yoga videos, free online yoga videos, because we wanted to make yoga accessible to everybody. You know, we find like a lot of times in these studios, it's expensive to go to a yoga class. Like, especially if you wanted to go 3 or 4 times a week, you could end up spending anywhere from like $100 to $150 for yoga before the week. So we were like, what can we do that we can give everybody access to this, especially for the queer community, because that is our audience, and we want to make sure that that's our community. Like, we want to make sure that they have access to these things, especially in today's day and age. So we started online yoga. Inner Yoke. Wait, it's youtube.com/inneryoke. Well, now they have it to where you can do the @
Yes.
So if you type in @ Inner Yoke into YouTube, it'll pull it up. So there's free online classes there. And then, you know, I have my personal one, which is, you know, this one here.
Period.
And you know, the YouTube world is very amazing and inspiring.
Girl, there's so much going on there.
There's so much. I feel like it's...
I want to have like 17 channels. I don't know about you, but
amazing. You better have 17 playlists.
You're so right. You're so right.
Okay, let it all live on one channel. But yeah, I'm finding that like there's so much educational content. I knew it was there before, but I didn't realize just how much you can tap in for free. And
not just yoga, y'all. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it on YouTube. Like I tell everyone, like universities are done. Like I'm sorry, I learned so much more about my job on YouTube that I learned in the university. That's what it is.
Right. You get the piece of paper, but let me tell you.
But the experience.
Girl. Yeah.
Girly girl.
Yeah. So I've been really loving just the storytelling on my channel. I've never ever saw myself having a vlog or even doing any of this. I've watched people do this, and I'm like, here I am doing a video for my vlog.
The full YouTube tutorial, like a makeup tutorial,
it's
girly.
Fun. It's fun. So I'm enjoying it, and I just want to see where it grows. You know, a goal for me right now is to. Damn, did I get this? A goal for, I feel like it's getting a little crazy.
We can fix it. We can fix it.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
No, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. A goal for me right now is just to keep growing the platform. And I just want to be able to travel with this.
Yeah.
I want to be able to be in like Thailand for a month and share a bunch of YouTube videos of my journey, but then also hop over to the Inner Yoke and like me and Alon are doing yoga over there.
Yes.
And then we're bouncing somewhere else for another month, and then we're doing yoga in the jungle, and then
Oh
I'm
my
also like
God.
documenting the experience behind the scenes, you know.
Yes, yoga in the jungle.
I need the brands to reach out. So yeah, that's
Now, I think what you just said about the brands, like, what is one advice that you would give to other creators who want to like start working with brands, you know, in that way? Like, you have been doing it for a while. Like, how do you do your reach out, or how do you?
I don't.
You don't knock the door.
I never knock at the door.
You're like, hello, is somebody here?
I don't even know how to do that. Are you gonna teach me?
Girlie, I'm about to teach you. Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
that's
need
what
to
I do.
You need to do a video on just that alone, sis, because I've always been reached out to. I've never
I
felt
al-
like I've had enough
girl.
to come to the table and say like, I'm ready to work with you.
Oh,
Like,
you have so much.
Well.
You have a table.
I am the table.
You are the table. Yes.
Yeah. I'm really interested in learning.
Oh my God, yes, for sure. So, quick tip, I'm just gonna tell y'all on this video, where the tip for y'all, if you are a creator out there, is to know your resources and know your assets. So, you know that you're good at videos, make sure that you have a way to catalog all of that and share that easily. So like, if you find, for example, a playlist on YouTube that has all of your videos, share that playlist with the people who wanna hire you. If you are doing yoga and you're creating yoga content all the time, find that way to sell that specific package to people who are interested in that product, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't know, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can find all of the information and how to grow and maximize your content in the future.
Oh, baby, it's Johnny on the go. Okay?
Not me talking straight to the camera.
Okay. I was like,
It's like, that's my camera, I got it.
you ate that.
We're good.
Yeah, bitch, you ate
No, but
that.
legit though, like after this, like I'm also gonna send y'all, because I have proposals for DMs, for emails, like all pre-built that I just have to change. Like, and yesterday I was on a party, somebody told me like, hey, can you do photography? I was like, yes, what's your email? Really quickly, change the proposal in the phone, email them, and they were like, holy shit.
Right there
Like,
and there.
boca abierta just because you have it.
Boca
ready.
abierta?
Yeah,
Period.
Boca abierta, you know. Recording.
Makeup with the girls. Take 6 intro.
Yeah. This is what happens when you get in the gish.
I'm feeling the full. I'm feeling the full gig right now.
It's just-
Okay. I'm feeling the fantasy.
Bury that.
What's your
Sorry
drag
for
name?
a lot. What was it? Jenny something. Jenny Talia.
Jenny Thalia.
Jenny Talia.
Sheba Macefield.
I'm like, fuck, I forgot the name.
Sheba Macefield.
Jenny Talia.
love
Welcome to the stage, Jenny Talia.
Jenny Thalia.
What's your drag name?
Sheba Macefield.
Here, welcome to the stage.
Sheba Macefield. Say it's like the name of your first animal and then the first street name that you lived on. It's supposed to be your drag name.
So mine would be Coqueta, Arismendi. That's such a...
Coqueta Arismendi.
Coqueta Arismendi. Oh, you know what?
Coqueta
It's not
Arismendi.
bad.
It's not bad, right?
Coqueta Arismendi.
Oh, that's
Porque bien
cute.
coqueta, pero... I kind of like her.
I dig it.
Coqueta Arismendi. You know what? Yeah.